Sunday family dinner.
Yeah, get everybody
My
together.
happy place. And whoever's around, bring your friends.
Oh, party. I'm gonna leave you my number. I want to get invited to one of these Sunday dinners. I'll be back.
Okay, you guys are welcome.
Yes.
All right, that's Vice President Kamala Harris, who recently joined former NBA stars Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes on their All the Smoke podcast and digital series. Over their 200-plus episodes, Jackson and Barnes have interviewed dozens of fellow basketball legends, including Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Kobe, as well as Hollywood stars like Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. Now they are out with a new book, All the Smoke, All the Stars, All the Stories, No Apologies. It shares interviews and insights on everything from Michael Jordan to fatherhood. Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson joins us now. What's up, fellas? Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be here.
Man,
Before
glad
we get
to
started, Nate, I want to congratulate you, man. Your transition has been unbelievable, bro, and you're really inspiring and inspirational for a lot of us, man. So I just want to salute you before we get started.
Well, thank you, man.
We feel that too,
Yeah,
Matt.
every day. We talk on camera all the time. Iron sharpens iron. So I appreciate y'all doing what you guys are doing. Matt, we'll start with you. So take us back to 2019. How did this start? What was the inception and the idea that launched everything?
Never thought it would be in media, to be honest with you. You know, as a player, there's kind of that fine line, and I felt at the time media had crossed that line, and I just really didn't want any part of sports media.
Right.
But we both kind of fell into ESPN and Fox, and we're both getting positive feedback. We were at my place in the Bay just talking about, what can we do together, what's next? And I threw the podcast idea out, and although neither of us really knew what it was, we just knew there was a little bit more freedom than the other two networks we mentioned, and he trusted me with the vision, and I went out and made it happen.
Were you reluctant at first, Steven? Because the beauty of this podcast, I think, is that you're both uniquely yourselves.
Yes.
At all times with all people. Were you reluctant at first to do it?
I wasn't, because I was open to doing it, from doing ESPN and Fox and all that. But following him, I knew he would put me in a situation where we'll both benefit from it, and it'll take us somewhere we want to go. So I never second guess it. I'm a loyal teammate. Tim Duncan called me the ultimate teammate, so I'm continue to be that.
Okay, so speaking of being teammates, you guys were teammates at one point in your careers. What was your first impression of each other? And keep it real.
Well, I was looking for the first smoker on the team. And
You gotta say, keep it real.
I got to find Matt. I had found Matt, and we just clicked like that. But during that time, he always talked about it. I was coming from some trouble in Indiana when I got to Golden State, and as soon as I got to Golden State, he lost his mom. So around that time, we became, I stayed with him during the whole time, and we became brothers more than teammates.
Wow.
And that's why it's so easy to work together now.
But I like, Steven, in the book you said people didn't really know the real you. They had an impression of both of you. They didn't really know the real
Oh, they didn't, when the podcast first started, they didn't want me.
Really?
I had to fight for Jack, and I had to
You
tell
did.
him if there wasn't him, I wasn't going to do it.
You weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, so it was our loyalty. But to your point, I think there was such a misconception because we caught the end of social media during our careers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
You guys caught almost the worst of it.
Right. So what was put out there was the gospel, whether it was ESPN or a newspaper, articles, whatever they said about us was it. So, once we kind of got to this platform and understood, man, they're starting to listen to us and trust us, and we can tell who we are. I think it was a huge blessing, and it allowed us not only to express who we really are, but allow our brothers and sisters in the space to do the same.
I love the topics that you guys do. For instance, mental health, because most people don't think black men are comfortable with mental health. I love you talking about fatherhood. My favorite section is mothers, but then you have a whole thing about fatherhood. And you get people to open up in ways I don't think that they do with other people.
Yeah, I just think creating a safe environment.
Yes.
We have a good time. We come and hang out, and we'll partake in a few different activities, have some music and food, and really just
What does
get
partake in a few different activities? What does that mean, Mr. Barnes?
Cut right to it.
We might have some of our Nelios mezcal, or
Yes.
maybe smoke a little bit of cannabis, just to kind of relax and take the edge off. And we have fun. So when we get out there, they feel comfortable. And I think Steve and
trust
I've
you.
been through so much stuff that the way we frame questions is very relatable. So they feel comfortable enough to kind of let that guard down.
So let's talk about the cannabis. All the smoke. That's not just a metaphor for conversation,
Goes
right? You
hand
guys
in
are
hand.
involved in the business.
Yes.
It matters to you personally.
Yes.
When you spoke to Vice President Harris, she said that she supports legalization.
Yes.
What would that mean for you, for everybody, if it happened?
For us, I'm just happy it's legal in basketball. In professional basketball, they're not getting drug takes no more. We know how important it was for us to be able to come on from games, not have to take all this kind of medication to come down and relax and be able to sleep.
Therapy insides.
All the stuff that gets you addicted to,
The
you have to
opioids.
find after you retire, and now you're addicted to it. So I'm glad that it's legal now for the players to be able to decompress and relax after games the right way,
And I
not
think
to deal with anything.
and to piggyback, I think it's bigger than that too, because I mean, Black and brown people have been targeted throughout this journey with cannabis, and there's a ton of people still in jail or in prison for it. So I just think that next step is being able to, low-level offenders to be able to be released and have an opportunity in this space. We were talking off air on just how saturated this space is now, but to still have this kind of opportunity for the Black and brown community is what I'm really looking forward to as well.
I love your guest list. Go ahead. Nick.
No, go ahead, Gayle.
No, you go.
So I described you guys earlier as the leaders of the new school of sports media, because there has been a shift, and people are looking for information from players, and now players are taking that side of the job more seriously. How do you guys feel that you guys have changed the way fans look for information on your sport and everything outside of the lines?
I think there'll always be the big industries. There'll always be the Foxes and ESPNs, but I think there has been a shift where you don't need the big machine behind you to be heard, to have a platform, to go viral, or to be a trusted voice in the space. And that's what we take, very serious, as being a trusted voice. With the list of names we've had,
that's what I was
we put that list up against any show across the board. And I think it just goes to show that, we are trusted. We're real and we're understood, and we give people an opportunity to speak their own piece.
And Matt, that's where I was going about being a trusted voice. The fact that the vice president came on your show was like, whoa,
no doubt.
Clearly she trusts you. So, and you've done practically everybody. So as you sit here today, who are you trying to get? Because I would think it's a phone call.
For me, Michael Jordan, Denzel Washington. Some guys that I admire and been admired for a long time. And just like everybody on our show, we're fans of. So that's why we don't mind giving them their flowers.
Great, yes.
We want to know them as well.
Well, you know what? I know somebody that knows both of them.
No, we've been trying to get Michael Jordan. It's been a hard no. I bet you could get him.
I just think the ask is a little easier now with the VP under our belt.
That's true.
So, obviously, current people, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Gayle, we wanted you to come on the show.
Yes.
MJ, LeBron, there's still a list out there, Dr. Dre, but we just enjoy having high-level conversations with people that, as Stack said, that we're fans of.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're fans of y'all. We appreciate you pulling up.
Bravo.
Congrats on all the success.
Congrats, guys. It's a beautiful book, man. It really
All
is.
the smoke
Do you mind
is
if I hold
on
up the book?
sale now. Make sure you go get it.